Charlos. That was a very, 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 very interesting night dealing with my brothers. Where should I start? This is one of last night. Excuse me. Pardon me, beautiful spirits. It's Myron Magnus. You listen to a segment of pure pugilism, boxing logic. Please like and subscribe. Charlo. Let me start up again. One down, one up. But which one should have went down and which one should have went up? Which one's hands, I mean, should have stayed down? Which one's hands should have been raised up? When you have situations like what happened last night, the video I did earlier today kind of like makes more sense, doesn't it? Wow. First of all, let me start off Charlo versus Harrison. And Charlo. Before I start with Charlo and Korobov, the ironic thing is that both of the brothers fight very much alike. They both are boxers to move forward for the most part. And I can kind of dissect both of the matches at the same time. Both Charlos was moving forward. Both Charlos was getting countered. Both Charlos seemed to rarely throw a straight right hand, they throw a looping right hand. Or they loop their punches quite often. And they both was getting caught throwing their punches out too wide, where their opponent was throwing it straight in, catching them. Korobov was catching Jamal with the straight left quite often. And Jermell was getting caught with the right. Not as often as Jamal was getting caught with the straight left, though. They're also my apologies. One note that was also very, one thing that was also very noteworthy, and we should also take another look at or talk about as well with these fights, the Charlo brothers last night, is that just because you're moving forward doesn't mean you're dominating the fight. Okay? We need to really analyze that or clear that confusion up. Just because you're moving forward, okay, you're the aggressor, doesn't mean you're dictating the pace of the fight. Because your opponent may be a counterpuncher. He may want you to move forward. He may fight. He might be better offensively off his back foot. And the guy moving forward, like the Charlos do, may be better igniting the offense. But the thing is, in both of these fights, the opponent that was trying to counter, by my eye, was more effective than both of the Charlos being aggressive and moving forward. Both Charlos looked very lethargic in initiating their offense. They didn't look sharp. They didn't look very sure of themselves. And I initially thought the last minute switch with Jamal's fight, okay, with Korobov, was like something was tricky there. I was like, oh shit, they did that. And then when I noticed he was a southpaw, I was like, oh shit, they set my brother up. But then I went to go look up who Willie Monroe Jr. was, and noticed that he was a southpaw too. So then I said, okay, you know. But although, you know, you gotta be willing to fight at all time and ready for whoever, Korobov, in my estimation, I know CHarlo, Jamal had a big 12th round that I watched because I finished watching both of them. But Korobov won that fight. I think that was a gift decision. And I think Jermell, I'm not going to say he was robbed, but he could have squeaked out that victory. Neither one of them looked very sure of themselves. Neither one of them had effective aggressiveness, as a lot of people call it. Neither one of them had a high connect percentage. And both showed quite a bit of ring rust. I mean, they need to be more active. Because, by my opinion, Jarrett Hurd beats both. Easily. We gotta look at this as this twin hype or twin robberies. Okay? One went down. Robert Easter earlier by Mikey Garcia. And now these two that did not look good. Neither one looked very good. Okay? And I accounted to not being in our ring and fighting as much. Like, I think these guys need 3 or 4 fights a year. Okay? Do I think they're overrated? Yes. I think we see that now. I think we see how a lot of the confident talk, the rah-rah shit, rah-rah-rah, can backfire on you. Now you see Jermell had no business getting into that ring talking to Hurd on December 1st. Jermell CHarlo don't belong in our ring with Jarrett Hurd. Jermell fighting Harrison last night was perhaps a gift, since Jarrett Hurd already stopped him. That didn't go 12 rounds. Jarrett Hurd put a beating on Harrison. And Jermell CHarlo could not even close. You know what I'm saying? Both Harrison and Korobov countered both CHarlos well. Jamal was countered more and more effectively. He got hit with more significant punches than Jermell did. Yet Jermell lost, Jamal won. This shit's crazy. Now Jamal needs to think about, is he being set up or not set up? Well, yeah, set up and saved for a downfall to Canelo or Triple G, because he did not look. He looked like he had a. I don't know what to account it to. I don't know these guys' personal lives. You know what I'm saying? But he did not look fine-tuned to the point where he needs to be, the point where he can get into the ring with Triple G or Canelo yet. He just didn't. He looked offensively, again, lethargic. He didn't know, it seemed like he was hesitant on figuring out his opponent during the fight. It took him too long to analyze and figure his opponent out. Jamal did. And it was the same for Jermell. It seemed like they too often stood there in front of the guy, profiling, you know what I'm saying? Instead of like throwing the punches, snapping the jab out there, snapping the jab, trying the low. They was looking too often, more than it was thrown. They seem to be both stand there, looking at their opponent too long, without putting something out there. You know what I'm saying? And seeing what the opponent react to and adjust to. And then they'll get their readings and say, okay, maybe I need to throw this. It seemed like they both got to work on their IQ in the sport of boxing. As far as their tactical ability in combinations, throwing their punches, reading their opponent, and taking what's given to them. They both got to work in that area, and they both are very young, but they need activity. They need to be taking the Tevin Farmer route. You feel me? That's what they need to be doing, because they still haven't figured it out yet. And that's what happens when you step. That is exposed, should I say, when you step into the ring with higher level opponents. Your flaws just showed. Y'all remember the video I did where it's in the playlist where early praise, okay, stunts, progression, okay, of a fighter. Early praise, okay, kills fighters' potential, or hurts fighters from reaching their full potential. Early praise. The CHarlos need to get back in that gym. Whatever they're doing, extracurricular activities that's not helping them in their career, they need to eliminate. Okay? Because neither one of them looked very sharp. They was throwing their punches real wide. They was missing a whole lot. Okay? And they both was getting booed. And you never see that or hear that at a Jarrett Hurd fight. Because Jarrett Hurd comes forward, but he comes forward thrown. So CHarlo brothers. The funny thing is, I think Jermell could have squeaked out his win by a split decision perhaps. Yet he lost. Jamal, in my opinion, lost. He lost that match. But he got the favorable decision. And I think that is to save a potential bigger payday and a bigger fall down with Triple G or Canelo. You know, since his name has been getting, Jamal CHarlo's name has been getting more of the big up slightly than Jermell. So that was an interesting situation. Jamal and Jermell and Jamal, CHarlo brothers. Let me just put it that. Brothers, get back in the gym, work on your craft, okay, and become students of the sport. Perfect your skills. Get your confidence level back up, because it didn't show. You talk a lot of confidence outside the ring, but neither one of you showed a whole lot of confidence, okay, with dominating each one of your guys' opponents last night. And that's what we gotta begin to do. Stop all of this and start putting on this repeatedly. efficiently, respectively. This is Myron Magnus, Pure Pugilism, Boxology, One Love. Like and subscribe. Please share. Peace to you all.